Well, today I come to you from Feasterville, Trevose, Pennsylvania. So with that, hello everybody. It is your DJ Crazy Tom giving you a special edition of What Drives Me Crazy for technically the first day of school for many students in New Jersey. Yes, it is for this Tuesday, September the 6th. And I feel really bad because I wasn't even around to see Danny's first day of 5th grade. But you know what? Sometimes, what are you going to do? But I wanted to kind of share with you a thing of what drives me crazy for something that I see a lot, and I feel like I need to do some explaining to everybody on what it's about. Nobody really thinks this is a big deal, but to me, it really is. So, here it goes. You know how when you watch a movie on television, and you get to the end, and the closing credits happen, and then all of a sudden, the credits happen at normal speed, but when they scroll the credits, they suddenly go as if it's a fast-forward machine, and to make matters worse, they play previews and other commercials above that box, so you can't even read who is involved in it. This, to me, absolutely ruins the movie. I mean, a simple the end would be nice, but we don't have that anymore. Remember, very few people worked on movies back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. That's why there were so many. But now when so many people are involved in productions, remakes, sequels, prequels, anything quills, I mean, it's just, to me, it's a big cast. And it's understandable, but you have to give everybody credit for what they're doing. Instead, television has become corporatized. And unfortunately, I mean, think about this. A few days ago, I was watching the end of, I think it was one of the Hunger Games movies, Catching Fire. And they play the main credits and stuff with the music in the background, and then all of a sudden the music cuts out, and they go to about a minute and a half of commercials, while the rest of the credits are just flying through the screen you can't even see. Then after that, they start the next movie, the Harry Potter and the Fill in the Blank gang, while the rest of the credits were going. To me, that just does not make any sense at all. And I really feel that it's an absolute joke that these shows are being destroyed because of commercialism. I know television needs money to pay for its time, and advertisers are like that. Just like in radio, it's all 100% advertising that pays everybody. That's how it is. TV is basically the same way. But why ruin a movie that you're watching just so people can just throw commercials at you like ad infinitum? That drives me nuts. It really does. And the whole reason why it does, it ruins the fabric of the movie. It's bad enough that movies get time compressed and edited for time or content or anything like that. And then, of course, for those who are watching in the letterbox formats, they end up getting the reformatted version to match your television. I know it's entertainment no matter how you look at it. But why ruin it? That just drives me insane. Closing credits are closing credits. Thank the people who helped in this production. If you enjoy the production, you should thank them for it. I know we have the Steven Spielbergs and the Michael Bays and the Sean Penns and the Christopher Nolans and so many other directors that have come out with incredible movies over the last, I would say, 20 or so years. But when you put it on television, you basically ruin it. I think the only channel that actually plays its movies the right way is Turner Classic Movies. They let the credits roll up until the very end. But TCM, remember, there's no commercials on TCM. But TBS, TNT, AMC, any alphabet soup cable channel you get, there's so many commercials it's not even funny. AMC, which used to be named American Movie Classics, used to do a fine job with those classics, but now everything's a commercial. It's sad when you're watching a Three Stooges short, which is 18 minutes long, and there are 3 sets of commercials within the short. That's pathetic. I mean, how do you expect to watch and then you get so many commercials, and sometimes the same commercials or local public service announcements, or call 1-800-fill-in-the-blank for some ridiculous offer that doesn't really exist? Gotta love those testimonials. I can understand watching a movie, and if it's a long movie, if it's like 3.5 hours like the 1959 Ben-Hur was, or Return of the King, which was 3 hours and 20 minutes of movie time, I can understand there being like a 5-10 minute intermission for people to just relax, clear their minds, and then come back for the second half. But unfortunately, because of money, because of commercials, everything gets ruined. TV has been ruined by commercials. Now I'm watching the end of a SpongeBob episode and they run the closing credits in the final 45 seconds of the episode, rather than wait for the cartoon to be over. All because of commercials. It's flat out wrong. It kills the episode. But the people who run the networks do not care. It's simply about money, not about what the people want. And that has been like that for decades. And I'm hoping one day the TV industry could actually fix that. I don't think they will, but I'm hoping somebody will get the point. It was bad enough that 15 years ago I'm watching cartoons on Nickelodeon, and instead of seeing their regular music and closing credits, all of a sudden you're seeing a 30-second commercial for what's coming up next, or some other sort of promo or what have you, and it completely ruins the end of the show. Why do we keep having that? People just love to do that because they want to get every single commercial in as possible, because commercials mean marketing and marketing means money. Well, we all know money's the root of all evil. And part of that evil is that money ruins basically what is being presented as your programming. You watch the end of one of your shows and you see closing credits in the final 30 seconds, or cartoons where closing credits are run the last 30 seconds, and you can't even see them because they run so fast and they're in small print, but they still get it off. I don't think that's fair, and I don't think that's right. It ruins the creativity. The people that put together the show should be the ones that should be thanked for putting on the show if you're entertained enough by them. So when it comes to shows, when it comes to TV, movies, when it comes to anything, commercialism has ruined them. Pretty much because the people who run the companies think, they're not going to care. They just might. You never know. Just like one person once said when it came to a radio station, every day there's going to be a new person listening. Go out and impress that person. Well, obviously when it comes to the television field, that's not the case. They don't care. I wish they did, but they don't. They're probably spending too many moments like covering up for Hillary than they are trying to fix what the real problems are. And that to me is a crying shame. My wish is that when it comes to creativity, if they're going to broadcast, just leave everything else alone and just let the thing roll. That's the simplest programming you can get. I mean, that's all you can possibly ask for. These people put together these movies and what have you. As I said to you before, like in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, and maybe the 60s, I mean, the end was appropriate enough. And maybe there was a cast of characters sing for 30 seconds at the end, but that was it. Now you got 10, 11 minutes of credits. If you're going to show a thing on TV, show them all. Take another 15 minutes, but no, people are not willing to do that. They want to put in the next infomercial they can and have those infomercials rip people off. That's what drives me insane. The fact that people create movies, TV shows, and stuff like that only to pretty much be shunned off by those who control the networks and just put closing credits down while the show is running at the last 30 seconds. Once the episode's over, then you run the closing credits without any more promos. Just let it run like it normally did like 25, 30 years ago. That's the way you do it. But because we're so commercialized and everything's all about money now, and money is the root of all evil, and no person can serve two masters, and you cannot worship both God and money, hey, Notre Dame can't get away with doing both. No wonder they haven't won a national championship since NBC decided to broadcast their home games. Commercialism, commercialism, commercialism. When things don't add up, end results end up taking its place. I'm just hoping that in the future, the people that put together great shows, like in my case, the early SpongeBob SquarePants episodes, even the Fairly Odd Parents. I mean, cartoons are my thing, as some of you definitely know. But other shows, other movies, where you end up getting a cast of characters and all the people who work behind the scenes, they put them all together, their credits on the screen. You know what? Why don't they get the people to watch and have the people thank them for putting that production on? It's a simple request. But I know the people that run these networks and make billions of dollars want to make more billions of dollars and will never do it. But even if they don't do it, I at least got my piece out to tell you what drives me crazy. And if you want to share what drives yourself crazy, I'll be more than happy to do it in another YouTube video. You can reach out to me, DJ KRAYZ Tom at Comcast.net. You can also Twitter me at Crazy Tom Show, or at Facebook, it's facebook.com/CrazyTom. It's your DJ Crazy Tom getting out here from the Starbucks here in Feasterville, Trevose, Pennsylvania. Thanks for watching the video. You know where to reach me, and hope to catch you next time with a special NFL video, which my son will be involved in, so do stay tuned for that.